back to the vlog. It is Sunday right now. I've had a pretty slow weekend. It's been super snowy. We got about like 5 inches of snow yesterday and it's still snowing today. I actually was supposed to meet a new friend in Rhinebeck to hang out and get to know each other and shop a little bit. But my car is not made for the snow, like at all. She is a true California car. And so we ended up rescheduling, so that's a bummer, but we're still gonna hang out a different time. But anyway, yeah, this is the start of a new vlog. I wanted to start off and show you guys some of my whips that I've been working on, aka work in progress, some of the knitting that I've been doing, and then I also have a little bit of a yarn haul, so we'll go through that. I've been considering doing what they call like knitting podcasts or knitting vlogs, which is basically a knit with me and talk about knitting and talk about yarns and patterns and techniques and stuff like that. So if you guys would be interested in that, let me know, because I think that could be super fun because I spend a ton of my time knitting and I could definitely yap while I knit. I have a lot of whips today to show you, and these are only a few of them. These are the ones that I'm like actively working on, and then I have a huge bag back there which is like my analog craft bag, and that's also full of more whips, which includes my Clio cardigan by Knitters and Friends, which I like the pattern, but I did not choose the right colors, and so I think I might end up frogging it, which is like when you unravel the whole thing and just keeping the yarn and then maybe matching different yarns. The issue was that I matched 2 yarns that were very cool toned. They're like cool toned whites, and I don't wear a lot of cool toned whites. They don't go well with my skin tone. And so I should have done like a warm white and a cool white so that it was like a neutral white or more warm whites. I didn't choose the right yarn. So I've been considering, and I think my gauge is really off also. So I think it's gigantic, but I've been considering undoing it and then redoing the whole thing in different colors, or finishing it and then dyeing it, maybe like a chocolate or something like that. My issue with that is like finding the desire and the discipline to actually finish it, because I'm not that far along, but I have spent so much time on it because I am a slow knitter, and so it feels very sad to me to frog the whole thing, but I might just have to do it. It's been sitting in that bag since like November and I haven't touched it, so I might have to do that. I have 3 sweaters. Well, actually I have 4 sweaters. I have 4 sweaters that I'm working on right now, which is actually insane, but they're all completely different. And so, well, they're not actually, that's a lie, but there's different techniques in all of them. So I'm gonna start with the one that you guys have seen that I've been working on, which is, I believe, what's it called? I don't remember what it's called, you guys, but it's by Petite Knit, and it's this crossbody seam long sleeve sweater. And I'm actually coming along very far on this. I have some notes on this because I shared it on Instagram, and I shared how excited I was about it, and then I got a DM from a girl basically being like, you're knitting wrong and you should look up how to knit correctly. And first of all, I just wanted to say something, that I am such a person who is very quick to block people. A few years ago, this girl that I followed, Ashlyn Salisbury, her sister's Kristen Johns, who I've watched since for the end of time, but she was talking about how she's ruthless with blocking. Like if someone says to her, comments on her stuff and says like, where's this sweater from, without saying like hi or saying I love this sweater, where's it from, she immediately blocks them. And I was like, honestly, I love that. But basically I posted on my story and I was like, I am so excited about how these knits are coming along, and I didn't ask for any feedback. And I was told that I was knitting wrong. And I have thoughts on that, because mostly my biggest thought is like, I think that knitting should be fun. And I don't think that there's a way that you can do it wrong if you're enjoying yourself and you enjoy how it looks. I think there's a lot of people in all crafts who are very like, it needs to be done the correct way or you're not doing it right. And you're like putting shame on the knitting community. And I am not one of those people. Like, I don't care if I'm knitting wrong, if I like the way it looks. I don't do gauge swatches, which is where you like check to see if the tension of your knitting and like your knitting needles are the right size before you dive into a whole pattern. Like, I just kind of risk it because that's what feels fun to me and that's what I enjoy doing. But anyway, so I got a little message that was like, you're doing this wrong. And so it made me sad, but it's coming along really well. I took a little break from it to start on another sweater, which I will show you guys. But this is how it's looking. I'm so close to being done with the body, and then the sleeves are knit in the round. So I'm hoping they should pick up really really quick. I will say that a lot of petite knits patterns are knit on very small needles. Like these are, I think they're 3.5, and then you can see how thin the yarn I'm using is. So it does take a lot longer than like a chunky yarn, because I also have a chunky project, and when I switch back and forth, my hands like forget how to do the little needles and the little yarn because it's just so fine. But I do love the look of how this is turning out. Basically, I twisted my stitches. I learned how to not do that now because I hadn't done a lot of stockinette, but I do love the way it looks. I think it looks super fun and adds a cute little texture to it. Super excited about that. This is the same pattern, but it's just in white, which as you can see, I'm not as far along. This is the one that I started first, and then I made a few adjustments and I've gone farther with the green. This one has kind of been on pause. I still love it and I'm still gonna finish it, but it's a lot to knit. It's a lot of stitches on very fine yarn on very small needles. So this is gonna take me a while, but again, I said I'm not a fast knitter by any means. I knit English style, I think it is, which is like the slower way of knitting. But I'm not really here to knit fast. I was talking to my friend Claudia and I'm like, people are like, oh, you knit so slow. And then the knitting community is so weird because some people are like so supportive and then other people are like very judgmental. But I'm a very slow knitter, but in my opinion, I like that because it means that I'm getting a bigger investment on the yarn that I buy. It takes up more of my time and I spend more of my time crafting. Whereas if I was a super fast knitter, I would be blowing my money. So you win some, you lose some. But this one is kind of on hold while I finish the green one, which I'm super excited about. The color is just so fun. And then also I have a couple other sweaters in progress. I started the Roomy Raglan sweater. I am super sensitive to wool, so I was trying to find a super chunky cotton yarn. I found one on one of my favorite websites, which I believe is Danish. It's called Linde Hobby, Linde Hobby. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I believe they're in Denmark, and I've ordered a lot of my yarn from there. I love the Drops brand yarn, and that's, I find, one of the most reliable places to get it from. But shipping does take a little bit longer because it's coming all the way from Denmark. So I did find a chunkier cotton yarn and ordered, but I was just so excited to get started that I ended up getting a yarn from Michaels, which was 50% cotton, 50% polyester or acrylic. And I started knitting in it, and first of all, my gauge is off and it's just a lot tighter of a knit because I was also using the wrong needles, I found out. But my issue with this is that the yarn itself starts off very soft, but if you're using acrylic, it starts off soft and then it gets not as soft and it gets super pilly. And so I was kind of second guessing myself because I'm like, how much time am I gonna put into this sweater? And then I'm gonna wear it a couple times and that I'm not gonna be able to wear it anymore because it's gonna be so pilly and like look gross. So I started on this, and then my yarn from Linde Hobby arrived, and that is 100% cotton. And so I got started on that. I'm holding together 2 strands of the Drops Paris yarn, which is a chunkier 100% cotton yarn. And this is how it's turning out so far. I kind of messed up my German short rows on this side, so I need to go in on the inside and tighten that part up. But this is how it's looking. I'm super excited about this because I love a good cotton sweater and I don't have a lot of chunky ones. So I'm super excited. I ordered some bigger circular knitting needles so I can actually knit better and then try it on today. So those should arrive today. So I'm very excited about that. But yeah, so those are all my projects that I'm truly like working on at the moment. And then I wanted to see if I could handle any wools, like if I could find a soft wool that I like. So I placed another order from Linde Hobby, which finally just arrived. I basically got like one of each of their wool yarns, not each because they have so many wool yarns, but one of each of the ones that I heard were like best. So I got some Drops Nepal, which is wool and alpaca, which is, I would say, fairly soft. It looks like it might shed a lot though, so I don't know about that one. I also got Drops Snow, which is a very thick 100% wool yarn. This I find very scratchy, so that's good to know because I almost bought like stuff for a whole sweater in this. Very scratchy. I got some of, this is the Drops Paris yarn that I'm using for my roomy raglan, which is in the color 17, if you guys were wondering. And then I also got some Drops Cotton Light, which is half cotton, half polyester. I've been thinking about what I want to start knitting as we go into spring and summer, because obviously I won't wear my sweaters as much, so I'm just gonna start knitting some like summer tops, some tank tops and stuff like that. So I've been looking for some lighter yarns that I could use for that. This is one of my favorite yarns, but it's definitely pricier and it's very thin, but it's the Concept by Katia, Katia, might be saying that wrong, but it's the cotton cashmere. It's 50% cotton, 50% cashmere, and oh wait, actually no, that's such a lie. It's 90% cotton, 10% cashmere. It's so soft. I got this color, which is color 55, and it's just so gorgeous. It looks a little lighter on camera, but it's this like mauve-y tan. So beautiful. And then I also got some big merino, which I think is going to be the wool that I'm going to try for another project. Maybe 2 strands held together. I might do another roomy raglan, but this is fairly soft wool. I still wouldn't say it's like super soft. I don't think you're going to find any wool that's super soft. I think you can find some alpaca maybe, and cashmere obviously, but cashmere is so expensive. But this is a superwash treated extra fine merino wool, and it's not too itchy, so I think I might try this as a sweater. And then I also got Drops Baby Merino and Drops Cotton Merino. I told you guys, I like ordered one of as much as I could so I could feel all the different yarns. And both of these are so soft. Obviously, I find the Cotton Merino one softer because I prefer cotton because it's better on my skin. I don't get as irritated, but the Baby Merino is pretty soft for a wool, I will say. I got another Cotton Light, and then now we have some chunky yarns. I got a bunch of the Drops Air, which is super soft. However, they are 65% alpaca, 28% polyamide, 7% wool. So I've heard that these shed and pill a lot, which worries me, but this gray is so beautiful and I might need to order more and do a sweater on this. But like I said, I'm scared to knit a sweater and spend so much time doing it and then hate it, but I guess that's just part of learning as you go. And then last but not least, I got Drop Sky. I will be so honest, I did use ChatGPT. Yarn weights are like so confusing to me because some like US brands use a specific chart that's like, this is bulky, this is Aran, this is whatever. And then a lot of them don't. So I was trying to figure out what was equal to what and trying to make sure that I would get my gauge right and the weight of the yarn right. And so that's why I ordered a lot of these as well. But Drop Sky was recommended. It is 74% alpaca, 18% polyamide, 8% wool. And I do like this. It's fairly soft, but I don't know if you guys can see the way it's constructed. It doesn't feel as, you might not be able to tell like once the garment's actually knitted, but I don't like the way that looks. I prefer, you can see this one has holes and this one's just like a wool. So I also ordered some yarns from a smaller shop, which I'm super excited about. I don't know when those are getting here, but I'll show you guys when those get here as well. Anyway, I've been yapping for so long. So it is Sunday again, and I'm gonna take you guys along for the week. I don't know what it holds. It's probably gonna be a lot of work again, but maybe some play as well, hopefully. And hoping to go back to Trader Joe's and get some more flowers for this week because ranunculus are my favorite flowers, but if anyone has any tips, because I find that they last a few days and then they literally like, they just will like snap in half and fall. It's so bizarre. I've always noticed that about them, but they are my favorite flowers. And that was part of why I loved living in Carlsbad, because they have like the ranunculus fields, the flower fields, which is just so beautiful. Happy Tuesday. I'm just upstairs in the office. I've been working all morning. It's about noon right now and I'm just taking a little break to knit a little. I have a meeting later today, so got a little bit more ready today, which I think I'm gonna try to do more this year because it's hard working from home. I just want to be comfy, but then I don't feel as productive. So I'm trying to get a little bit more ready. I'm wearing one of my favorite little sweaters. I just love this color. I will be honest though, it's not great quality. It's a very itchy material for not being real wool and it's very pilly. I think I need to get a de-pilling machine or whatever, but I just love this color. So I might need to knit myself a cotton sweater in this color. I wonder if I can find some yarn that's a really light pale butter yellow, but we love her. I cast on a new project last night because I have beef with Amazon right now, which I know we shouldn't be ordering from Amazon anyway, whatever, but locally they don't sell the knitting needles that I like. They do sell them at the local knitting shop, but they're so much more expensive, which I saw a video on TikTok and it was I'm trying to support my local knitting stores, but you guys charge so much for things that I can get cheaper elsewhere. And I know I like to support local if there's not a huge price difference, but if there's a huge price difference, I mean, come on. I ordered knitting needles to continue working on my roomy raglan, which this is how far it's coming along right now, but I need longer circular knitting needles because it's getting so bunched up. I'm about to break for the sleeves, which is when you take the sleeves off if you guys aren't knitters, but you take the sleeve part off and put them on hold so you can knit in the round for the body. And I need the longer circular needles so that I can try it on before I break it. I don't have you can get cord as well, but I don't like getting the cord. It's just complicated, whatever. But I ordered longer knitting needles, longer circular needles, and I ordered them 5 days ago and they keep telling me it had first said oh, it's delivering tomorrow, next day delivery. And now it's been 5 days and it still says that it's not out for delivery. So I'm a little frustrated about that. It's coming along so cute. I'm loving this yarn that I chose. It's the Drops Paris yarn. I think I mentioned that before. I might have said the wrong name before. So it's Drops Paris. It's 100% cotton and I'm holding 2 strands together and they have such good colors from the place I order from, Lind Hobby. And I think I'm already gonna order some more for another sweater. I think I'm gonna order a blue color because I know I'll wear blue, and then I'm gonna order a few samples of their yellows and stuff, because if I can find this yarn in a color like this, that would be absolutely perfect. This is on hold while I'm waiting for those knitting needles to arrive. And then I think I inserted some clips, but my green sweater, the crossbody one that I've been working on, I'm doing a mid-project block because I wanted to see, since I'm knitting it in stockinette stitch, the ends curl and I want to see how much they curl so that I know how long to knit the sleeves, because if it's gonna curl up 2 inches, I want to know to knit them longer. So that is currently on the mats blocking, which is basically when you soak it and then pin it down so that it dries in a certain shape. And yeah, so that is currently on the blocking mats. And I had a white version of it that I was doing and I ended up frogging it, which is when you basically take it all apart and unwind all the yarn. And I did that because the yarn that I was using, even though it was the same yarn as the green version, I had used it before, so it was in a ball. So when I was using it, it was a lot thinner because it had been pulled before, so it wasn't as fluffy as the green yarn. So there were a lot more gaps in my work. It just wasn't the right gauge. And so I took that apart and now I'm re-knitting it and holding it together with another yarn. I'm holding together the Drop Saffron, which is the one I was using, and then Drops Belle, which is, I believe, a cotton, linen, maybe a little bit of polyester blend. Don't quote me on that. But I'm holding those 2 together and it looks so much better. And I'm also not knitting it twisted because I accidentally was twisting my stitches last time, but I'm still gonna wear it because it looks super cute. So I started this over last night. I cast this on. It's gonna take me forever, but it's a good project. But yeah, so I've just been working all morning. Nothing much to report. It's finally sunny again. It has been so gloomy lately and it snowed a lot over the weekend. But the thing about it being sunny in upstate New York is that if it's sunny, it means it's freezing. So it's supposed to get down to -11 this weekend, which is not ideal. So we're gonna have to leave the sinks dripping so that our pipes don't freeze, which is a little crazy, but that's the update. I'm going to my friend Claudia's this weekend, I think, to visit her. And yeah, so I've got some work that I need to get done this week. And then I'm also prepping, going on a little trip to Spain with my parents at the beginning of February and my brother. And so I need to get some like extra work done so that I don't have to work as much while I'm on vacation. That is the update. I don't know what the rest of the day is gonna hold, but I'll take you guys along. Officially dry and off the blocking mats, and I'm super excited. I think that it blocked exactly how I wanted it to, and honestly a little bit better than I expected. The bottom isn't rolling anymore. I did like a special cast off edge to try to make sure that the stockinette wouldn't roll. I'm not sure if as soon as I like wash it, it's just gonna do the exact same thing and roll up. That's future me's problem, but I wanted to show it to you guys on because I'm super excited about it. It's gonna cross like this. I can't really see how it looks on me, so if it looks ridiculous, but it's gonna cross like this, and then there's little buttons that go across, and I just think it's gonna be so cute. And I love the color. I feel like this color looks gorgeous with like light wash jeans, which I love, but it's so cute. Very excited about how it turned out. Now on to the sleeves, which hopefully won't take that long because I'll be knitting in the round, but we'll see. You never know. Good morning, you guys. Happy Wednesday. It's like Wednesday just before noon. This is going to be a very yappy vlog, I've realized, because I haven't filmed many clips of like me silently doing things. Just a lot of me yapping. But I got some packages in the mail. I got one PR package and then one package of something I ordered, and I figured we could unbox them together. We're gonna start off with this one, which is from the brand Veluspa. I believe that's how you say it. I could be butchering it. This is a little PR package. They reached out to send me one of their candles. They sent me their California Summers candle over the summer when I was living in California. It was so good. They reached out about this one, which I believe is a passion fruit, which is not very wintry, but I love a sweet scent, and I will do anything to make it feel like it's not the dead of winter. We're supposed to get like a foot of snow this weekend, so fun. So anything to escape from that. Here she is. Ooh, she's a big mama. Here it is. It's the Nepali passion fruit, which is passion fruit, guava, pineapple, and coconut milk, which sounds like something I'm gonna love. That smells like my childhood. I don't know how to describe it. It almost smells like bubblegummy. I love a sweet scent. I'm very excited to burn this. I've been wanting more candles because there's like something so fun about making your house smell good, like just lighting a candle. And my favorite candle business, I actually used to work for them. They're not just candle, they were like a home business here in Saratoga where I live, and they closed. I'm friends with the owner still, but she doesn't make the candles anymore. They're my favorite candles, and I am currently burning the last one that I own. I've been like savoring them for the past 4 years, but I'm officially on my last one, so RIP. So I've been searching for some other candles. So if you guys have any recommendations, please let a girl know. My second package is something that I ordered myself, and it's yarn. I got some yarn from, I thought it was a small business, but then on the shipping label it says Lion Brand, which is like a huge yarn brand, but the website was like super quaint and small, so maybe it's like one of their branches. And they also came with these like little cute tags. It's called Quince & Co. So maybe this is a branch of Lion Brand. But I found this cute yarn. I am currently working on my Roomy Raglan in cotton, and I want to knit another cotton one after as well. But I also wanted to knit a wool one, and they had so many pretty colors on their website. But I ended up going with this light gray because guys, I'm such a softie, but it's because this is undyed. So like this is the actual color of the sheep's wool, which like makes me, I'm crying. I can't think about it too much, but like I'm gonna wear a sweater that's made from an actual sheep's wool, like, which obviously you always are, but like it's undyed. This is the color of the sheep that was living in the field on the farm. And when I think about it too much, it makes me so emotional. But I'm super excited about these. I'll let you guys know when I get started on that project. My knitting needles from Amazon finally arrived, so I was able to switch them through my raglan onto those knitting needles last night, and I have about an inch more to go of the yoke, and then I get to break for sleeves and the body, which I've heard goes pretty fast because it's so oversized, the body, and then the sleeves are pretty short. Super excited for that. But yeah, that is what's up for today so far. I might go to Trader Joe's later today because I do need some stuff. My flowers still are going strong, which I'm so surprised. Some of the ranunculus have obviously like snapped and fallen over, as they do, but it's been 9 days now since I first got them. So I'm very impressed with how long they've lasted. I've still got like a full bouquet of the white ones and the pink. So anyway, that's everything. I hope you guys are having a great day so far. Good morning, you guys. It's the next day. I did not have a good day yesterday. I actually woke up with a migraine, which I feel like I masked pretty well in the clips I took yesterday, but I tried to push through it and I just ended up napping and taking it easy for the rest of the day, or I tried to. We got more snow. Everyone always asks me like, do you regret moving back to New York after living in California, or would you recommend living in upstate New York? If you don't like the cold and you don't like the snow, I fear it might not be the place for you. We have gotten so much snow this winter. It hasn't been like this in like 4 years, I would say. This winter has been so snowy. I think I've shoveled like 15 times already just this winter, and it's only January. Winter for us goes so far into the year. We've gotten snow in like April and May before, so I'm just like, I'm crossing my fingers that I can make it through. I mean, what other choice do I have? But yeah, I ended up shoveling some snow last night. We got like 2 or 3 inches when we were supposed to get none. And we have a huge snow ice storm coming this weekend. I just checked the updated measurements for what we're expected to get for snowfall, and it's 10 inches on Sunday and 9 inches on Monday. So we're supposed to get like nearly 2 feet. My grandparents live a little bit south of here, and so do my friends, and they're supposed to get even more. So yeah, that's gonna be really fun, and it's also supposed to be really cold. So hopefully our snowblower still works for us, because if not, it's gonna be a lot of snow to shovel. But yeah, it is Thursday now. I have a lot of work to catch up on because I had to take it easy yesterday. We're just doing some work today, and then today I'm hoping to go to Trader Joe's. I have a few things that I want to get there, but since I was feeling so sick, I didn't end up going yesterday. I realized I say but yeah like so many times. I have to cut it out. That's my equivalent of is but yeah. You guys, it's like not even an hour later and it's snowing again. I can't take it anymore. Upstairs doing some work, and I forgot that I made some homemade coffee syrups, matcha syrups, because I don't drink coffee, but I made an orange cardamom, and then I made a brown sugar vanilla cinnamon one, and I got these cute little bottles from Amazon. So I'm just gonna pour them in there, put them in the fridge, and then I am headed to Trader Joe's. Okay, a little outfit change before we head to the store, because I have to fit it all under my puffy coat, and I can't do that with my little jean jacket that I was wearing. So this is the outfit we're wearing, but I just got in a package from Quince. I am going to Spain at the beginning of February, and my parents are there right now, and they were talking about the weather, and it's still a little chilly, so I want to be able to layer, and I don't have like a basic cashmere sweater. I have my crew neck one from Jenny Kane, but it's like a beige, and the beige is the same color as my skin tone, so I don't feel very confident wearing it, even though I really love it and I do wear it a lot. I kind of just wear it to lounge. So I was looking on Quince, and I found this cute one. It's super duper soft. I got it in a size large because I wanted it to be oversized, and I think we might have nailed it. Oh my god, here she is. You can see my crop shirt under it, but this is what it looks like. This is the large, super cozy, super comfy. Definitely could have done a medium, but I like that I can either have the sleeves long or roll them up a little bit. I think it's perfect, and it'll be nice and cozy. Okay, now we're on our way to Trader Joe's, finally. Trader Joe's, you guys. I didn't get a lot this time because I just went last week, but like I said, we're supposed to get a snowstorm, so I did want to get a few essentials and some things I got last time that I fell in love with. So we'll do a little mini Trader Joe's haul. First up, I refreshed my flowers. I got the last bouquet of tulips, which I'm so excited about because these are one of my absolute favorite flowers, and I'm so happy that they had them. It's only January and they had them. And then they also had, oh my God, it smells so good. They had freesia, which they don't usually have, and I think I should have gotten more of these because it literally smells like sweet perfume. If you haven't smelled this before, please go smell it. All right, what else do you have? I got some everything, gluten-free everything bagels. I love their gluten-free stuff. I think it's actually pretty good. And I make those in the morning with their chicken breakfast sausage patties. I really like these. The sun's going in and out, so I apologize for the lighting ahead of time. I also got some of their gluten-free toaster waffles, which these are not fabulous, but great with butter. They're giving cardboard a little bit, okay? I'm just being honest. Love their chicken taquitos. These are a staple. They're like so much bigger than other taquitos too, which I really appreciate. And I can eat these because they don't have cheese in them. I got some frozen berries because I want to try to make some berry syrup to go with my matcha lattes. Oh, I got these little cutie cards. I love Trader Joe's cards and the fact that they're only 99 cents and they support a lot of local artists. 10 out of 10. I love their microwave rice. I usually get the jasmine one, but they have a new basmati one. I don't know how new it is, but got one of these. Crunchy potato lentil snacks, crunchy curls. These are not fabulous, but if you're gluten-free, they give you a little crunch and they're a little salty, and I feel better eating them than like potato chips. Got the something spritzy, which is pineapple, orange juice, ginger. It's a little like sparkling bevy, and I really like this flavor. This is my favorite one. Don't really love the other ones, and they're out of stock of this one a lot, so I was excited to see that one in stock. Got a gluten-free baguette. I really like their gluten-free baguettes. It's good microwaved. You do have to microwave a lot of gluten-free stuff to give it the like texture of real bread. So keep that in mind. These are my new hyper fixation. They're the soft and juicy mandarin. They're mandarin orange slices, dried slices, and oh my God, these are literally like candy, probably because they do have added sugar, but I got one of these last time I went and so good. Cannot recommend those enough. And then last but not least, the puppy is coming to stay with me this weekend, so I got her some of her favorite little treats. I really like these treats because they don't make your hands feel gross afterwards. Like I don't feel like I have to wash my hands after I touch them. And a lot of like more natural dog treats I feel like get like that sticky film and you feel gross and your hands smell like dog treats. These don't do those. And please don't do this. These don't do that. The pup really likes them as well. Hello you guys and happy Friday. I've just been having a chill day, working all day, and then I just had to pick up my brother's dog from his house because I'm taking care of her for the weekend. I just wrapped up work as well, so it's officially Friday, and I just wanted to show you guys an update on my roomy raglan sweater that I've been working on. I'm using, I think I told you already, but maybe multiple times. It's coming along so nicely and it's so soft. I just have a little bit more of the body to do and then the body ribbing, and then I've heard the sleeves knit up pretty fast because you already have done so much of them. But super excited about this. It's definitely heavy because it is 100% cotton and it's two yarns held together. It's definitely weighty, but I'm so thrilled with how it's turning out. I think this is going to be like an everyday staple sweater for me, which was the goal. So that's that. I'm probably going to end the vlog here and maybe start a new one because we're entering the weekend. That's what I usually do, edit over the weekend and then post, and we'll start a new week. But I just wanted to say thank you guys for watching. It just means so much to me that you guys are being so supportive of this, and I'm really enjoying it so far. It's January 23rd right now, so we still will see how the rest of the year goes. But I just wanted to say thank you guys, and I love you, and I hope you have a great week.